On Facebook Live.
Hi guys, we're live. Hope you guys are doing great. First time in a long time that you've seen Renee and I go live together. You got back from California.
Yes, just a couple of days ago.
And you were thrown, if you guys been following Miss Renee here, you see she's been thrown into the audition cycle and all that fun stuff there.
Yes. People found where I was and came down from the mountains in California and over to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for an audition.
Right.
So it was really neat. It was awesome.
Right. So we decided to get live. I know we talked about this yesterday, to go live, just really share with you guys. This is I'm calling it this is just gonna be freestyle because it's really not too much plan.
Meanwhile, I have my notes.
I got my book, but you guys been following. But the whole idea for this is just to really let you guys know officially we're going to do the webinar, and
yes,
the date
we're excited.
is
Sunday, April the 28th.
Yes.
At 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock Eastern
Standard Time. Yes. So for those of you that are in LA, and for some of my students, hi Amy, from England, from London, adjust your schedule. Yes, and make sure. So it's 4 p.m.
Right.
Eastern Standard Time.
And also, if you cannot make it, register, get into it, and everything like that.
Yes.
And we will definitely send you the replay of it, so you get that automatically if you sign up for it. And right now, go to LiciagaCall.com and put your name in, put your email in there, comment saying I want the webinar, and we are going to send you guys first. You guys are going to be first in line to get the link for the registration first, because you guys are going to get a special price if you opt in right now. Everyone else, you're going to get a good price, but it's not going to be as good as the price for those of you that register now. You'll get all that when you register. We'll send you that over the next couple of days. Okay, guys? But it's Sunday, April 28th, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And we're going to talk a little bit about what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So we're going to tell you what we're going to tell you. Give you guys but teaser, we're not going to go deep in this.
No, we can't. No, we can't go deep into today. And we're always discussing a lot of things because a lot of projects are happening as we speak, with the both of us being back from California, and some things are happening in Philadelphia and New York. So things are moving so fast that the two of us are trying to explain things and get ready for this webinar. We're so super excited to share what we have been doing for over, 35 years or longer professionally?
Long time.
Very long time between the both of us. A long time.
I think it'd be a good idea for us. I know we were talking about, let's just review some, our resume for you guys. Because some of you guys, you see all these pretty cool posters that we have back here. I call this, I don't know what you call this room. This is
my office.
It's her office. I call this our New York room, because when we lived in New York, when we were in Mount Vernon, in New York, we had a staircase that had red carpeting, and we had all these pictures and posters
of all of
up
our
there
friends and shows that we had done from Germany to New York to Japan from all over the place. So this is my office. I mean, we can sort of pan around. My desk is a mess, but we've got the piano over here on this side. You can see it behind Peter.
Your desk is a mess. My office you're not going to see my office or studio. It's totally a mess. It's a wreck.
Plus he's got all the equipment in there. He's got all the for the podcast, all of the music equipment. We've got the green screen where we do all of our videos and submissions for our agents in New York and Pennsylvania for film and TV and voiceovers. We've got everything in that office. My office isn't too bad. I mean, I've got a lot of my scripts and my books. A lot of my computer stuff, a lot of dance shoes. There's you can't see them.
This wall back here, all four walls are like this.
Yeah.
Pictures, posters of shows we've done, people we've worked with around there. Yeah. Everything is around here. Articles that we've been part of, and our performance, friends or clients or students perform out. Our kids, I see pictures of so it's I love it.
This is where the magic happens a lot of the times, especially for me as well too. When I'm choreographing or directing and stuff, this is where I get a lot. And I have my family, my dad, the late Roland Chambers, and all of the Sound of Philadelphia and MFSB, and my Uncle Carl and Lou Rawls on the wall. So I mean, it starts to get Kenny Gamble. It starts to get exciting when I look around and look at all these pictures and the trophies and all the things that we've done.
Over here, it's hard to see this. This is a pretty cool poster here. This is Smokey Joe's.
Yeah.
You did when did you do this? So this one's here. This
in Europe, the European tour.
The European tour.
Yeah, I was the dance captain for that tour, and the swing, and then Evita at the Walnut Street, and a whole bunch of stuff. But while he's running around pointing out pictures and posters, let's chat a little bit. He's usually the one that's like, okay, let's get the stuff done, and I'm usually the one that's like dancing around. So it's kind of switched to
I'm not dancing.
He's not dancing around yet, but he's like, look at this, look at this.
So what's your first? What do you want to share with them first?
Well, you know what we talked about as well too is that this webinar is not just for performing artists, but also fine artists. I have so many friends that are graphic artists, that are illustrators, that do music as well, sound and music production. So it's not just for performing artists. It's not just for, those of us that have done musical theater or that do voiceovers or that are singers and dancers or actors. But it is, if you're any type of artist that are willing to want to make money and continue to make money in this business of show with your art, whether it be fine art, right, graphic art, painting. There's so many people that I know that are artists that are building sets at theater companies and stuff that I work with and work for. So, it's not just for performing artists, but also for fine artists as well, too.
Yeah, it's people that I call creatives.
Creatives, yes.
Creatives. Those of you that are creative and you want to earn, maybe it's your dream to take what you do as a creator and earn money with it, earn a living with it. And that's what this master workshop webinar, this is for you guys. Those of you that want to earn a living with your whatever you do whatever you do as a creator. I think it's important because I love the fact that we both earn a living doing what we love to do.
All we've ever done was shows, musicals, whether it was in them, on stage, or behind the scenes, producing and directing. When we did the Red Hot Latin Night in Europe, we did that, and we had salsa and merengue, and in the middle of Germany. And it was amazing. Had the opportunity to hire a whole bunch of musicians and dancers and performers at a huge circus tent in Oberhausen, which is near Bochum, Germany, which is where Starlight still is. Hi, everybody from Deutschland. We miss you. But if you're watching, so that's what Peter and I have been able to do for over the 30 years, not just as performers, but being able to coach, being able to mentor the next generation of performing artists. And I get so excited and proud about my students because right now they're across the country or they're a Philadelphia Eagles cheerleader. They're doing their thing. They are living their dream. They are earning great money. They are traveling the world. They are experiencing just so many things, and that's what the two of us did for so many years. There's another important thing that I know Peter has been talking about. While I was away, I was literally off the grid, right, for a good 10 days. Off the grid and on a mountain where there was no cell tower, no reception, put together a musical with over 200 and something children. It was amazing, but in between that time, it was I had no signals at all. So Peter was holding down the fort, doing everything as far as the videos, as far as sharing with all of you about what is in our seminar. And I was able to follow on some things, but I just loved him talking about the commitment. That's our time and our monies. Yes, we have to be committed to what we're doing, no matter who we are and where we are in our careers. Right. There has to be a commitment. So I know he's been talking to you about that. Also, there was an amazing thing that you had pointed out that I really liked, and I got 3 major points from that, was the 7 ways to market yourself. And, first of all, we have to have something to sell. So, as I say to my students, you better be in class, honing your craft, whatever it may be. Get yourself out there. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, or Miss Renee, I'm not ready yet. Yes, you are ready. Continue to practice, continue to hone your craft, continue to stay in classes, continue to be coachable and teachable, and having those mentors, and an online presence, which is Peter. I mean, where's your cell phone? He's always on the cell phone, all the social media, he's always there. So having a social media presence, that was important. And last but not least, and I thought of this and I thought it was really cute what you did one day. He's in his office and he sits there and he talks about all these really cool things before he goes to the karate school, because he's also a martial artist, a master martial arts instructor, and he's been doing that for over 40 years, longer than he's been performing. Yeah, longer than he's been performing, which is amazing. But thinking outside of the box as creatives, what do we have that we can market and sell? I mean, you were talking about, he did these little rocks, black belt, I don't know, he painted black belt strong rocks, and then he came up with doing jump drives for the students, for the parents, different packaging and booklets that they could work with. So as a creative, let's start thinking outside the box. Not, I'm just a singer, or I'm just going to wait here, I'm a dancer. Nobody knows how great I am. But, I want to be booked. I want to book that regional show. I want to book that Broadway tour. I want to book this commercial. but we don't know about you. So you have to have a social media presence, and you have to be creative, right? And think outside, like literally think outside the box.
Yeah, and in the master webinar, what we're going to do is talk about how to do that. I'm going to show you exactly things that I do. I've already shared some things with you, but we're going to go deep into that. It's about getting people's attention, and like you've been hearing me say this, you know, if they don't know you, they can't flow you. In other words, the idea is if they don't know who you are, they really don't care.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's just the hard truth. And I'm going to speak to you guys because I know you guys want to hear the truth of this. The truth, if they don't know you, if they don't know how great you are as far as talent-wise, if they don't know your talent, if they don't know that you're a hard worker, if they don't know that you're willing to help these people bring their projects to life, and you're going to take your talent and give it to them for, of course, for a price, and they can use your talent so that they can build their show, their project, whatever it is. If they don't know you, they can't do that.
Right.
And you might be exactly what they needed, but they wouldn't know that because you're not out there. And so we're going to talk about how to get you out there so they can get to know you. It's about getting people's attention.
Yes.
The reason why I do the rocks, the books, everything that I do is so I can get people's attention. Right now, I just found out a good friend of mine who's a writer. He's written 7 books. And he's on all these little these networks as a writer, and he writes for different organizations and different platforms online. Read my book, loved my book. He said that it's one of the best things he's read in a long time, and he loved it because it was a very simple. I had a simple strategy for the book, and he loved it. He's now doing a big article about it, and he's going to promote it. So I have him now, so I can't wait till that's done. I did the book simply to get people's attention.
Yep.
And everything that I do, I want people's attention.
Gotta get that attention.
That's it.
Have to.
You do, and you got to get out there. You've got to let people do it. That's why she does what she does.
That's why I had the hat on for like a little bit of a minute, you know? You have to get that attention. I was just watching, you know, of course, I think it's been, the 4th year or 5th year since Prince passed away, and I'm such a Prince fan. But earlier on, I was watching a documentary, and they said even though he was a musical genius, the reasons why he started exploring certain crazy things with sensuality and sexuality and the different costumes and sort was to get people's attention. You know, going on stage with like a trench coat and briefs or high heel boots, whatever it took in the beginnings of his career. And this is what people were saying in this documentary, is that he grabbed their attention. Once he had their attention, and this was from a music producer, they said, once you have our attention, now you need to make sure that you have that talent and you have that perseverance to back everything up. And of course, as we know, Prince, major legend, he did. He was a music genius, but he still had those gimmicks to grab people and to capture and to get their attention.
You look at all the major celebrities now, what they do. One of the ones that I follow is Dwayne Johnson. You watch what he does. He's probably got about almost 100 million people following him. But he invests his time and his resources in getting people's attention, putting himself out there, even to the point where he'll go out into the public, drive his truck around. When he sees someone, he'll help them, but he's sincere about it. But he puts it out there. He doesn't hide that. There's a lot of things that he does that you don't hear about, but there's a lot of things he does that you do hear about, and he does it because he wants your attention.
Yes.
And now when he gets a project out there, when he does one of his movies, he just goes online and he says, "Hey guys, I have a movie," and he has 80 million to 100 million people following him, and around the world they hear about this, they're going to go see and they're going to buy tickets. He's got the power.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, he has people working for him, his agent, his manager, but he's the one that has a direct connection to the people that are going to help him. You need to have a direct connection to the people that are in a position to help you. You do that by putting yourself out there. And in this workshop, we're going to talk about some specific things. We're going to talk about a website, how powerful a website is, but it doesn't have to be complicated. And I'll show you what that is. I'm not going to go into it now, but I'm going to show you how simple it is to do, and then just put yourself out there. That's it. And all you need is your phone. I say it all the time, your phone. You go on there, "Hello, my name is so-and-so. This is what I do, and this is my website. Find out more about me if you have a project." It's that short, that quick.
It's so that
to the
easy.
point.
It's so that simple.
And I'm going to show you how to do all that, how to put it all together. And then also, because you're working hard. If you're working hard on your craft, you're working hard on your talent, your gifts, and you're working hard on your body, working on your look, you got to get yourself out there. And you just got to do it.
Definitely, yeah. And another thing
workshop will do it.
Yeah, and another thing is as well too is building the relationships and networking. And we will definitely talk about that, whether it's old school, phone conversations, postcards, emails, or New School with the phone and the social media. Literally the day before yesterday, I was home from California, and the Walnut Street Theater casting people found me out. I mean, they have my phone number, my website, simple, basic, and easy. Renee, we still want to see you for this new play. We know it's short notice, but we would love to have you. And they know where I am. They knew how to find me, even though I haven't stepped foot on the Walnut Street Theater stage as a performer in, let's see, Evita's over there. Let's see that Evita poster. In about 13 or 14 years, I think, was the last time I was dancing on stage at the Walnut Street Theater. Now, a lot of them know me because a lot of my students that I coach are now doing the shows at the Walnut Street Theater. Matilda, The Wizard of Oz, Annie, a lot of them know me as a coach. But for them to find me, you know, they see me on Instagram, they see my Facebook posts, they knew I was in California, and I hadn't spoken to casting in quite a few years about myself as a performer. So you never know. And I'm always telling my performers this, right, honey? And then it happens to me. I'm like, oh, you never know. And then I get back from California and boom. Now I've got to learn a 15-page script in less than 24 hours. So am I doing my homework? Right. You know what I mean? Yes, I am. Because I'm still in the biz of show. Even though I'm coaching and choreographing, I'm on the other end. But I still perform. We still perform. We still get calls after 30-something years of, oh, you know, your husband, what does he do? Well, we need some amazing hands for, what was the thing you booked?
For Bristol
He was a $7,000 hand man for Bristol Myers Squibb.
Yeah, my hands.
These hands. And he was at karate.
4-hour print work. I got
4-hour print work, $7,000.
$7,000 just for my
like
hands.
an hour.
They didn't need my face. They just wanted my hands. Did I take it personal? No, I didn't take it personal. Give me. I said, show me the money.
Okay, so
my hands.
So how did this come about?
This is how it worked. I was teaching martial arts, and I get a text on my phone from Miss Renee over here. Take a picture of your hands. Take a picture of. Can you take a picture of your hands and send it to me? I learned a long time ago not to ask any questions. I had my daughter who works with me. She held the camera. I put my hands out like this, and she took a picture, and I sent it right to Renee. And that's all. I just did what I did. Then I went back to work, and then they contacted me via email. Directors. They contacted me and said, "Hey, look, we would like to use it. Can you put yourself on hold for these? Are you available these dates?" And they told me how much, and they said, and right away I said yes. And then they called me. They said, we'd like to book you, and on this day, it's probably gonna be a whole day shoot. And are you available? And I went, yes. I didn't even think about it. Yes, I'm available. And then once I said yes, I then contacted my team at Donato Karate. Hey guys, on this day, I'm not going to be here. You guys work it out. See you later. Bye.
Yeah. And then this is one of my favorites. Okay. So we all love M. Night Shyamalan, right? I mean, I love him as a director. He's an amazing director. So once again, he's teaching at the karate school, and I'm scanning through stuff because a lot of my friends that I did shows with, whether it was Disney or Hershey Park, the theme park shows when we were in college, the regional theaters, they are now directors and producers, and they now work for a lot of the big agents in New York. Right. So I get this casting from one of my friends. Hey, Renee, they're looking for martial artists for M. Night's new movie, The Last Airbender. I'm like, I'm going to just submit him. So I submit stuff. And then they call, and
they get a call, and
he gets a call.
They said they'd like to use me. They love my picture. I'd be perfect. They want to use me in the movie. And I said, okay, who's this? And then I got hired for it. Ended up working on the movie for 3 months. Made a lot of money on it, which was great.
It was awesome.
But the bottom line is this, guys. You want to keep yourself out there. Because you never know. And the people that don't know you, they don't know you. It's just it's a fact. It makes sense. And I think you guys get that. But you got to keep yourself out there. You just never know. And it's every day, nonstop, every day. And the only people that don't get hired are the people that take themselves out of the loop. They quit. Okay, you quit when you stop putting yourself out there. And many of you guys are talented. Many of you guys have great talent. But we've been in this industry long enough to know it's not the talent. It's those of you that are known and those of you that are available, that are in the position to be considered by those that are looking for talent for their projects. So you got to get out there all the time. And you might say to yourself, you know what, my voice is not where I want it to be yet. My dancing is not where I want it to be yet. I'm not perfect yet on my art or my makeup. Whatever you do as a creator, you're never going to be perfect. So forget that. Put it off to the side.
Check that to the side.
Does not mean that there is not someone out there who has a project that needs someone just like you. You need to be out there. We're going to talk about that. Go to LiciagaCall.com. Put in your name and your email and just comment saying you want information about this master workshop webinar that we're doing on the 28th. It's a Sunday, 28th at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Even if you cannot make it, sign up for it, and you will get the replay afterwards. We'll give you that information. You'll also be added to a private group that we're going to do on Facebook. And so all that happens. But you want to be a part of it. We're going to show you stuff that's happening and that's working right now. That's something that worked 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even last year. Something that's working now. We're talking about old school, communicating with people, getting out with people, but using several ways to communicate. I spoke about this the other day. Several lines of communication. There's so many things. Yes, you could, if you have postcards, send that out. If you have picture resume, you can still send that out, but you got to get online.
Different
ways to get online. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about connecting with all those different platforms. Whatever platform you're on, that's great. You communicate there, but more importantly, you go to where you believe and hopefully know where the people you want to connect with are. And so we're going to talk about those things that Renee's doing on certain platforms that are working, and we're going to go deep into that and what you could do there and how to do that and how to utilize your smartphone to put yourself out there and send people to your website, no matter what platform you're on. Or when you go out into the world, person to person, you meet people, you have your business card with your name on it and a picture on it and your email address, your phone number, and your website. Those are key things. That's all you need in that business card. You hand it to them. Hello, my name is so-and-so. This is what I do. If you want to use someone like me for your project, here's my card. You do that and you nonstop. Do that everywhere. I'm going to show you guys what we do to get that happening because it works.
It definitely does. And, you know, as you said before, and it is super, I think it's super important because sometimes as we creatives, especially whether it's fine art, oh no, I have to wait until the painting is perfect, or I have to wait until the dress is this, or I have to wait until my voice is this, or my body is this certain size. Meanwhile, all the shows and all the work is just passing you by because you are holding yourself back by thinking that you have to be so perfect. And we know in musical theater and live theater, guess what? A shoe comes off, a wig flies off. So guess what? Keep it moving. The show must go on.
And you need to do that with your own career.
Definitely have to.
And earlier today, I spoke about making decisions quick. And you were saying, okay, yeah, I get that, but what about homes and everything like that? We're talking about you and your career. We're talking about you making, not getting stuck with perfection, not getting stuck by fear, doubt, and uncertainty.
You know what? Fear, doubt, and uncertainty. This was me, literally, the day before. I still kind of had the jet lag. And then I get the call from the Walnut. I'm so excited. But then I realize I've got 15 pages of script to kind of familiarize myself. They didn't, of course, necessarily want it memorized. But the thing was, I could have let fear stop me. Oh, I can't make it in. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm jet lagged. I just came back from California.
And, that would
have been a great reason, but guess what? It's still an excuse. As performers, as me as an actor, and me at taking my career seriously was like, oh, I'm going for it. I'm gonna just grab it, get that resume, get myself together. Hi everybody, thank you so much for inviting me. And I was so happy that I went. Not so much, I had a great audition, but not so much about the audition itself. But it helped me conquer my fear of, oh, I'm a little tired. Oh, I have jet lag. And making these easy excuses to kind of, oh, well, I just came from California and I can't do anymore. No, the time is of the essence. When people call, and when you get calls from, huge theaters like the Walnut or the Goodspeed, or when you get calls from, like my agents up in New York from MSA, you don't say, oh, I'm tired. You say, oh, what do I need to do? I'll be there. Because then that shows them, right, that you have determination and grit and just perseverance. And even though you may be tired and you may have jet lag or I may have a cold, I'm going to work it. I'm going to continue to push my way through, because if I'm not there, then they can't hire me, or they can't even begin to think of me.
And what's crazy is that
for a job.
What's crazy is that if Renee could have said, "Hey, look, you know what? I just got back. I'm not feeling it. I'm tired," and they all would have understood. But guess what? She then would not have been in a position to be considered for the project.
Yes.
And so that's the problem. I think that's an issue that many of us as performing artists, as creators, or anyone that wants to get to the next level of their profession, that's one of our problems. We use excuses and we blame all these other things for us not taking to the next level, instead of just saying, you know what, let me just go for it. And making a quick decision. Yes. The people that I hang out with are high-level achievers, high-level thinkers. And every single one of them think yes first, and they work out the logistics later. We do that all the time.
We've done that a lot.
Whatever you want to do, yes,
let's do it. Germany next to Starlight after we just finished doing the U.S. tour. We looked at each other. Yes, we're going.
Let's do it. You've got to make decisions quick. And studies have shown that successful people that have goals and visions, and they work towards that, they make decisions fast. And yes, does it work out? There are times it doesn't work out, but they learn from it.
Yes.
And then they adapt, they improvise, they overcome whatever the obstacle is, and they move again. So they quick. That didn't work this way.
And as performers and as creatives, whether or not, we're directors or writers or performers behind the camera or in front of the camera, it's always changing. It's never the same. Like, the show is never the same. The sound is never the same. We are always moving and going, and that's life. That is real life. Things that happen in our lives. You start to get stagnant and you're like, oh yeah, but no. Not for us. Not for us creatives and for us performers. We are always trying to think outside of the box. We are always trying to, and it needs to be a win-win. So those directors and choreographers and people that I could have said no about going into Philadelphia yesterday, but they said, but you know what? Renee made a major effort. I memorized about 5 pages of my script. I had the director giggling, which was great. I had fun. Everybody really, it was a great day, but it was a win for me, because instead of me saying, oh, I'm really tired, and using that as an excuse, I didn't want to waste that opportunity.
Right.
That's an opportunity of a lifetime when somebody calls you from a major theater for a new play, or for a TV or film, or for your hands for a Bristol Myers Squibb. He's not going to say, oh, I don't feel like going. I just like, hey, let's send this in. Let's see what happens. So things always need to be happening. Yes. Right. Long gone are the times, where, oh, we have to wait to have an agent, or I have to wait to have a manager. No. I'm my own manager. I'm my own agent. You are the best spokesperson for what you do. We are as creatives. Don't let that, and that's a whole nother topic as well too, the business aspect of it, of which we will get into in our webinar, is, we cannot think that, oh, well, I'm just the creatives, and oh, my agent didn't get me auditions, and my manager didn't do this for me, and that, no, we need to be working with them to make sure that they are on top of their job so that they earn their 10, 20, 15, 20% of, but we need to be in it to win it consistently the whole entire time. It's my career. It's not anyone else's career, or it's not anyone else's fault if I didn't make it, or if I was late to a call, or if I didn't get all my scripts. Well, my agent didn't send it to me. No, you didn't make sure that your agent, got everything. And, so
a couple of
that's a whole nother thing.
I spoke about this idea of extreme responsibility, extreme ownership.
Oh, you did. I missed that.
A couple of, I think it was last week.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, the bottom line is that you are 100% responsible for your career.
Yes.
And where you are right now is 100% you. And if you say that, well, I'm here because of this person or that incident or this experience in my life, then you put your power out to everyone else.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago that I have the power of choice. And this is what I teach. I choose to do whatever I need to do in my situation, no matter what's going on. I take 100% responsibility, extreme ownership of my life. No one has. So I got to put myself out there. Why? Because I'm responsible to get work. I'm responsible to pay my bills, to meet my responsibilities, to take care of my family. I'm responsible. 100%, no excuses. So where you are right now, you're there because of you. And you need to take full ownership on that. And when I want to go back to this, making decisions fast, because we're going to have this webinar. You need to go to Liciaga Call right now. And some of you are going to say, well, let me think about this. Let me do this here. That's what quitters do. Quitters do that. winners say, you know what, here's an opportunity. Now, I don't know if it's going to work out, but I believe there's an opportunity here. Let me go here. So go to LiciagaCall.com, get first in line for the information.
Yes.
And this way you're in a position to possibly take yourself to a whole new level that you've never been before. Trust me, even if it doesn't work out, what's the worst that can happen? You'll learn that, okay, this didn't work. Or this worked here, and I go there. You never know. There's times where we've signed contracts on shows, and I'm not going to go through it because I don't want to name shows or anything like that, that I signed it and I said, oh my gosh, this was a bad, when I got there, it was a bad decision. But we learned from it. Yes. Okay, all I got to do is say Berlin. But anyway, let's not say that. I'm going to go any further than that. Okay,
Berlin was fabulous, though. We had this gorgeous apartment in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, with no furniture. But anyway, but lesson learned. We learned a lot. I learned how to play drums. We did a huge major show. Yeah, those of us that may be listening, you may know the show and the person.
Yeah, we're going to go into that. But that did lead into, we went from making nothing to making we both end up getting booked for two separate major shows in Europe, the same place, living in the same one apartment. It was incredible, and you just never know.
You never know.
Don't get caught up into this analysis. You're analyzing everything. What is this? Analysis leads to paralysis. You need to be quick with your decision. Make it. Hey, you could be wrong, but you learn the lesson. That becomes your greatest, most valuable lesson. Because I'll tell you what, and you would agree if you really thought about this, your greatest lessons in life came through your greatest challenges in life. And you hold those lessons that came through hard challenges, you hold them more dear and more profound because you paid a great price for it. Now, what I'm saying to you guys is what we're doing. You guys have followed Renee. You know about me. You've known us for years.
Quite a few.
One of you guys, I'm not going to do any names right now. I'm not going to call anyone out. But one of you guys opted in to get the webinar. Awesome. You guys are going to get that information. But this is what they said. I've been watching you and Renee for such a long time. I cannot wait to get into this webinar. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing. And because they've been watching us, following us. We've been doing this for a long time.
A very long time. And for me, what I love is that not only did we get to fulfill our dreams and passions performing and traveling all over the world, and now having a karate school and being able to teach and mentor, but we are able to give back.
That's it.
We're able to give back, and what I don't know. I just get goosies because I know that my gifts and talents, that God didn't just give them to me just for me to hold on to myself, but for me to actually let it go and pour into. And you all are the next generation. And so when I see that happen and I get my calls, Miss Renee, I got into Rider University, or Miss Renee, I'm doing this tour. I'm like, yes, my job, I've done my job. I've done my job, not just as a performing arts educator, but as a teacher, as a mentor, as a friend, as an auntie. You know, some of you are, you call me the fairy dancing godmother. And it's not just about what we get to do, right?
I call you Mama Nay.
Mama Nay. But it's not just about what we've gotten to do or what we get to do, but the friendships, the relationships that have lasted a lifetime, with performers and performing artists that we've known, and producers and managers from all over the world. And it's that network, it's that body, and that friendly family unit that keeps, when you think about it, art, music, dance, that it's a language all to itself. And that's why so many people wish they could be creatives. That's why they go and pay $400 or $500 on Broadway, or go to the opera, or go and see something, or to an exhibit, a Van Gogh exhibit, because art and music expresses things that sometimes we can't express.
Yeah, it's
and
awesome.
It's powerful.
What's awesome is that there's we love giving back on for a lot of reasons, and one of the reasons I was thinking about as you were talking was the fact that when you guys then take what you've learned from us and that takes you to the next level, you guys get to the next level, we share in that. And we have a sense of pride that, gosh, we were part of that, and we watch you guys rise, go to shows and living your dream and earning a living. I mean, it's not easy, it's hard work, but you're working hard at something you have a passion for, and us seeing you guys do it, it just really, really, it gives us a sense of, of meaning. I know for me, I want to live with meaning.
Yes,
you know,
and legacy, and leaving a legacy.
Absolutely, legacy.
Leaving a legacy.
So guys, there's another idea, and I always come from the business standpoint, a professional business standpoint. I'm a creator, but also, you know, I'm a businessman as well.
Yes.
And so whatever monies you have, what are you doing with your money? Are you investing in you and building you? Are you spending it on things that does not give back to you?
Right.
You know, you want to take your money and your time, your greatest resources. When you know you're committed to something, you apply time and money. And so right now, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your money? And whatever you do on your time and money, is it giving back to you? Is that an investment where you get back from it that's going to help you have more time and more money? Okay, guys, so the money you spend right now needs to be invested in you first.
Yes.
Because you got to rely on you. You're the number one person. In you. You got to feed yourself. You got to house yourself. You have to take care of yourself, keep your body fit and healthy so that you be prepared to do the work that needs to be done to take you to the next level. But whatever money you have, you need to invest that in you. This workshop's going to have you do that. And a lot of you guys, you got to know this, that this is a tax deduction.
Yes.
You pay this and you can deduct it on your taxes. Those of you that do your taxes, you have your money right, and you take care of your taxes, you pay this, it goes right to your tax.
That's right. It's a write-off.
It's a write-off. So make sure you keep that in mind, and you will benefit from this. You'll take what we teach you and you will apply it. And the idea with this webinar, this masterclass webinar, is that as soon as you're done, you get to work. It'll start working for you that day. Right that day, you'll start using it, and you get it done. And
we have a surprise wrap-up exercise that you will be doing right there with us on that day, right on the spot, right away. So it's not like, oh, I have to take this and figure it out. No, you will get tools, you will get things that we will talk to you about in depth, in detail, that you will be able to put to use right away.
Excellent. So guys, hey, I hope we encourage you guys, inspired you guys, motivated you guys to really take yourself to the next level, understanding the things that we're doing. We're going to share that with you. Go to LiciagaCall.com, get on that list, and when you're on that list, we will give you guys first, you know, the link to register for it, and that's going to be a different price for you guys. Everyone that does not opt in will get a little bit more expensive price. Even that little bit more expensive, the higher price is still going to be worth it, because it's not going to be major. It's not going to be a lot of money. We're not talking about hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
No. So you get a discount. So those of you that are going to register early.
But it's not. It's not about the discount or anything like that. It's about you investing in you. Yep. What you are right now spending money on you or whatever that's not doing anything, that's not serving you at all. And so this will serve you. Okay, guys, and it's going to be affordable for you guys, and you need to take that money, invest it in that. Go to LiciagaCall.com.
Please. And join us on April 28th, right?
28th, right. And then get your questions right now. From now and then, you have your, I have a journal here that I always have a journal. And have a journal, a notepad or something like that. Write your questions down. Be ready to ask them on that day. And we'll go live. And you send us your questions. Before then, we'll answer it online. And if you don't get your questions answered online in the live masterclass, we'll make sure we connect with you, get that. But make sure you have your journal, get everything set for that. Set the date, the time. That's April 28th. It's on a Sunday at 4 o'clock. And we're probably going to go about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Probably 2 hours.
Okay, about 2 hours. And we're going to try to make sure we get it. Everything's going to be planned out, structured. And then afterwards, we're right away going to get it organized with several modules, and we send it out to you guys that sign up for it, and that'll be yours to keep as a replay. And those of you that don't sign up for it, you'll get all that later on, and we'll still make that available. There'll be a cost to it, but right now is the opportunity. The opportunity to get in right now for almost nothing. Okay, guys, so go to LiciagaCall.com, give us your name, your email, and then just comment in there that you want the webinar, and we'll send it to you. Send us something nice. I like when people are sending us some.
So April 28th, April 28th. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Be ready to work.
Eastern time, Standard Eastern time. Be ready to work. Be ready with your questions. And we are excited. We cannot wait to do this. It's been quite a while since we've done anything together. A couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
And so we're super excited about this. And this is the perfect time because you have the regional theater audition season coming up and summer stock season coming up and the voiceovers and the print work. So many things are happening like as we speak. So and I won't be sharing any of this except for on that day, on the 28th, about a few important things that are coming up in my life that I am looking for talent. So, I mean, please make sure you are there on April 28th, right? Sunday, 4 o'clock. We've got a couple of surprises, a lot of great information for all of you.
Okay, guys, thanks for spending this time with us. And we'll see you on the 28th. Okay, LiciagaCall.com. Go there right now on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.